Now, Central Oregon's local alert weather with Chief Meteorologist John Carroll.
Well, we are continuing this warming trend. 50s yesterday, 60s today, 70s and 80s moving forward. And we did have a prescribed burn, as we talked about, in the La Pine. Well, actually, it's in Sun River, but smoke's going to La Pine. But as we look to the east here for our time lapse of the day, we do see some low-level haze that's developed. But generally, it was a relatively quiet pattern, except for down in through the La Pine area, which is where the smoke was transported today. This is looking to the south. We're trying to pick up some of that smoke, but really just some haze off in the distance, so really not much visible from our Bend locations. But Prineville Reservoir, boy, that looks just flat out gorgeous. A little ripple on the water there and some high-level cirrus clouds drifting overhead. And speaking of bluebird days, look at this. Mount Bachelor, you see the tracks from the Snowcat there in the foreground and just the beautiful view of the mountains in the distance. And snow riders are enjoying this spring scenario. Road conditions are no problem as far as weather is concerned, just some volume traffic there in Redmond as usual. But overall, we are looking pretty good. Now, the air quality today. Air quality in La Pine was moderate. Everybody else was good, but I do want to talk about what air quality in the moderate range is. And what that is that air quality is acceptable in the yellow zone, but there may be risks for those sensitive to the pollution. So that's what was going on today in La Pine. And we're going to keep an eye on what's happening tomorrow with a prescribed burn, as it'll be closer to the Bend area in West Bend. We talked about that as well earlier, but I will keep a watchful eye on it for you. Warming trend continues. Actually, it began today, but it's going to really ramp up tomorrow as we get to the 70s, and we got the summer feel for the weekend with 80 degrees. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Winds are noticeable. The flow coming down from generally the northeast, and Sun River's got a 21-mile-an-hour sustained wind, and that is transporting the smoke down into the La Pine area. The gusts are a bit aggressive as well. Same direction, of course, and you could see 20s across the board there on 97. 16-mile-an-hour gust in Sisters, 19 in Prineville, and you saw that water moving around on the lake. Currently, we have a 62 in Redmond, 59 in Bend, and the winds are right around 15 miles an hour, both locales. Currently, we have a 55 at Sun River, 66 in Warm Springs, 59 in the Prineville area. And here's what we got going on tonight. Not nearly as cold this morning, sub-freezing everywhere. 35 is what we expect in Sun River, almost freezing in La Pine tonight with a 33. That'll be for a very short period of time. And the highs tomorrow, looking good. If you like the warmer weather and the springtime, the 70s and 60s are what we're going to be experiencing tomorrow. Weather setup is pretty quiet, clearing things out. Start the day. There's nothing going on. There might be a cloud overnight, but that'll be gone. And here's what we have for 6 o'clock. Just a couple of clouds kind of speckled through the region with some light winds in the 15-mile-an-hour range. We'll call that breezy. And then it's quiet and dry heading into the weekend. Here's the reason why. We have this high-pressure ridge that will be here, setting up camp Thursday. We get that spring feel. The mild air is the yellow, and that is going to continue all the way through into the weekend. We're going to have 80s on our Saturday. So here's what we got. 7-day planner. We're looking at 82 on Saturday, 76 on Monday. Still mild and dry. Let's look at your local alert weather.